Hello everybody, and Demo 10 begins right now, and we're racing at Martinsville, 25 laps. And Atwood is again the leader, with Mark Martin right behind him. Started Marlin gave him a tap. Oh, someone got up in smoke right there, and it looked like it was Matt Kenseth. Steve Park right there. Seriously, these demos start out with weird accidents from everyone. And there's James Finch in the other one car who's finally making another top 10 entrance up there. Again, another 25-lap race, just like Bristol. And there's Jeff Burton, who's getting pushed by Steve Park there, and Park's about to get around him. But here comes Rusty Wallace around Mark Martin for the lead. I believe Rusty Wallace is the leader, who's about to get his first win in the demos of the 2002 game. Atwood got his. Manufacturers, yep, Rusty Wallace is the leader. Him, Martin, and Burton are the Fords, and Sterling Marlin and Casey Atwood are the Dodges, and Jeff Gordon has damage on the back of his car. 4 laps in, we're already only a minute in. And so this might go by fast too, just like the last demo at Bristol. So tomorrow I am going to do demo number 11. This will be the last one tonight. I only had time for 2. Oh, and Tony Stewart almost got aggressive there. That Steve Park almost spun Jeff Burton out. Looks like Burton has damage too, just like... No, wait, no he doesn't. Steve Park right there. And I see James Finch back there trying to get around Matt Kenseth and get up to the top 5. And there's Sterling Marlin in the 40 car, trying to get around Tony Stewart. Intervals, Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Sterling Marlin, Casey Atwood, Jeff Burton, Steve Park, Jeff Gordon, James Finch, and Matt Kenseth. Now, all of these guys have had a camera shot, all 10 of them. And there's Mark Martin. Even James Finch had one. There are some people who hadn't had one, like some other Busch Series cars, like Jay Sauter, Michael Waltrip's Busch Series car, I believe, and Greg Biffle's Busch Series. We had some Winston Cup drivers who hadn't had one either. But hold on. Fastest laps. Tony Stewart, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, and Casey Atwood. Like I said, those other Winston Cup drivers who hadn't had one, I believe everyone except Jason Leffler, Ken Schrader, and all that. There's Gordon's damage right there on the back. And Steve Park trying to get around Atwood. And where is Rusty Wallace? I know he's in the lead, but where is he? There's Gordon and Burton. But Burton's going to hold him off so far. There's Atwood. Top 5 gainers, Kevin LePage, 18. Tony Stewart, 14. And so for Mike Dillon. Kevin Harvick and Ward Burton, 10. So many they gained. The highest being Tony Stewart in 3rd. The lowest being LePage in 24th. And Stewart's the only one in the top 10. And he's in the top 5 as well. Lap 10 of 25, we're only 3 minutes, 30 seconds in. Not that many to go. There's Mark Martin, who's in front of Stewart. There's Burton. Top 5 rookies, Casey Atwood, James Finch, Mike Dillon, Ryan Newman, and Kevin Harvick. Casey Atwood's the only one in the top 10, and James Finch gets knocked out of the top 10, so that's a shame for him. Atwood's 2 positions away from the top 5, and he was last demo's winner at Bristol. And it looks like Rusty Wallace is going to win this one, his first demo win, if he can do it. There's Matt Kenseth. Oh, Jimmy Spencer coming up aggressive on the car behind him. And there's Rusty Wallace, who still continues to lead. And he's about to catch up with some lap traffic. There's Tony Stewart in pursuit of him. He makes his way around. There's Rusty Wallace. Again. Let's see who those top 15 are up there. See if I can find any names. Oh, Bobby Labonte's almost up there. That's good. Jimmy Spencer's at the rear end of the top 10, but Mayfield's right behind him. James Finch is 14th. Oh, Labonte's 13th. And Jarrett's at the rear end of the top 15. And 5 minutes are about in. We're only on lap 14. About to begin the next one. Here's Mark Martin. in front of Tony Stewart. And he is right behind leader Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace is really bringing in that Miller Lite Ford. Alright, manufacturers, Rusty Wallace and Mark Martin are the Fords, Jeff Gordon's the Chevrolet, Tony Stewart's the Pontiac, and Shirley Martin's the Dodge. So all four manufacturers are up there. 2 Fords, 1 Pontiac, 1 Chevrolet, and 1 Dodge. So there's mainly Fords up there. There's Steve Park, who's right behind Jeff Gordon. Lap 16, as the leader is already crossing the finish line, and what a run Rusty Wallace is putting up. He really hadn't been doing any good in these races. Now he's about to win his first demo at Martinsville, if he can do it. Oh, Bobby Labonte makes contact with Jeff Burton. Or it looked like it. He was like a few inches from him, but I can't tell what happened. But Labonte makes it around him. Oh, what happened? Steve Park and the other guy slowed down. Intervals, Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Sterling Marlin, Jeff Gordon, Steve Park, Casey Atwood, Jeff Burton, Bobby Labonte, and Matt Kenseth. And all these guys have gotten a camera shot, all 10 of them, even Bobby and all that. And there's Mark Martin in front of Tony Stewart. There's Casey Atwood, who's gaining on Jeff Burton. And Rusty Wallace, who still continues to lead. He's not going to give up that lead on anybody. Not even Mark Martin or Tony Stewart. There's Mark Martin behind Rusty Wallace, and Tony Stewart behind Martin. Fastest laps, Tony Stewart, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, and Casey Atwood. And as a matter of fact, all 5 of them are in the top 10. And I believe Stewart, Wallace, and Martin are in the top 5. And it looks like all 5 of them are. And there's commotion in the back of the field. And there's Kevin Harvick. Finally another camera shot on him, but here comes Ricky Rudd. Oh! He hit Mike Dillon. Ricky Rudd just went in the grass to get around Mike Dillon. That was not good. Top 5 gainers, Kevin Grubb 16, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart and Ricky Rudd 14, and Ward Burton 13. And Tony Stewart's the only one in the top 5 and top 10. Rudd almost, however, made it to the top 10, if only he hadn't had that happen. There's Steve Park. We're about to enter the final laps. What a race this has been at short tracks, Martinsville and Bristol. There's Dale Jarrett, it looks like. And who's he trying to get around? Jimmy Spencer. Top 5 rookies, Casey Atwood, Tony Raines, Ryan Newman, Mike Dillon, and Kevin Harvick. Atwood is the only one in the top 10. The lowest being Harvick in 18th, but he's still trying to make it. You know, Harvick had some good times in 2001. He had his good win moments. He had a few winless years, though. As of right now, he hadn't won a race in 2012. But his last win was one of the races last year, but he then got in a slump after that. Failed to win the championship, and Tony Stewart won it. But this year, Harvick is hoping to win. Oh, Steve Park's coming up fast on Jeff Burton. He gets around him. Final 2 laps coming in. Bottom line in the top 10 right there. Tony Raines, he's 13th. He's trying to make it up there to get a camera shot, but he hadn't. Final lap. Looks like Rusty Wallace is going to win it. And nothing's going to happen to him. Mark Martin and Tony Stewart aren't going to be able to catch him, and Rusty Wallace is going to win it. Here they come around the final turn. Manufacturers, Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin are the Fords, Tony Stewart, Pontiac, Gordon, Chevrolet, and North Dakota Dodge. Rusty Wallace wins at Martinsville. Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, Sterling Marlin, Jeff Burton, Steve Park, Bobby Labonte, Casey Atwood, and Dale Jarrett. See you guys tomorrow for demo number 11. See you guys next time.